It's Friday, the 25th of April, 2025. Hope you're good out there. Permutations have begun. Elections are less than 2 years away. February, precisely in the year 2027, we would have a presidential election in Nigeria, at least. That I know. But right now, at least, we could tell some of the moves that have been made by some political parties, some persons from one place to another. It does look like the drama has only just begun. Only recently we saw the PDP governor in Delta State defect to the APC. That has raised a lot of eyebrows, with so many persons say that even more governors, just like the national party chairman, were talking about Ganduje, saying that more PDP governors would defect to the APC. So what is in the APC really that the PDP governors are moving into? Well, we have a chieftain of the APC here in Enugu State to give us a little bit of insight on the developments. Ebubeagu Felix, good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, Charles, and good morning, viewers. Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm very good.
APC is reeling in joy about this defection. How did you receive the news? Did you see it coming?
It was a dream come true because APC has been in the path to developing Nigeria, removing some bottlenecks, taking some political decisions, some goodwill decisions, some hard decisions that will be for the overall interest of the people of Nigeria. And I tell you that though every change, every good thing, nothing good that comes easy. There are some challenges that is associated with these policy changes, policy permutation, shift of paradigm. But in all, Nigeria will be happy for it, I tell you. Irrespective of the challenges like the hyperinflations and some other insecurity challenges, APC has been on the path of progress for the people of Nigeria, and Nigerians will be okay for it. And that is what attracted governors to defect to APC, and this is a tip of the iceberg.
When you say it's a tip of the iceberg, what is ahead?
What is ahead is that Nigeria may choose to give the presidency option of first refusal. Yes, that unless he chooses not to run for the second tenure, they will not look for another candidate. But if Asiwaju insists that he will run for a second term, Nigerians will all go for him. I tell you, if not 90%, but at least 85%. And I want to assure you that Southern Nigeria will cast their vote en masse for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The people of Middle Belt will cast their votes en masse for the incumbent president, and APC will be smiling with victory. For now, all the oppositions are in tatters, multiple crises inflicted on itself by its members. What is happening in PDP today was planned by Atiku Abubakar, and Atiku has continued to execute the plan of sabotaging its party, and it has been working. Wike was with the presidency when he was a junior minister, when Atiku Abubakar tore the leadership of PDP at the convention venue, bringing Usman Baraje as a factional chairman, defecting with other 7 governors of PDP with intent to dismantle PDP, to destroy PDP. And Wike learned a good lesson from that. And he continued from where Atiku stopped. And started with Atiku Abubakar. And he dealt with Atiku Abubakar with a political deadly blow that made Atiku Abubakar to lose the 2023 presidential election. Minus Wike and the 5 dogged governors, Atiku would have been the president of Nigeria. But the way Atiku treated Jonathan, the way Wike served him, and he serves Atiku very well. This is a very good retributive justice that came to Atiku Abubakar. Karma has come on his political door, and Wike and other Nigerians in PDP will give him further deadly blow.
Right. So, I mean, you've mentioned that the South would vote, the Middle Belt would vote, and I'm wondering what indices show that the South and the Middle Belt will vote, because again, the APC that we're having today, the elections 2023 that Bola Ahmed Tinubu won, most of the votes came from the North. And I see that you didn't mention North at all. Does it mean that the North is very angry with the party and they may most likely not vote for the APC come 2027?
Well, governance has been the major sucker for the North. That is the Northern feeding bottle. While the Southerners thrive on entrepreneurship and self-effort. So whenever the North loses power, they never are comfortable with it. It was the policy of PDP that they will be zoning presidency from the North to the South. In 1999, they zoned presidency to the Southwest. In 2007, they zoned the presidency to the Northwest. In 2011, they zoned the presidency to the South-South. In 2015, they zoned the presidency to the North. In 20, and when they have the opportunity to zone the presidency to the Southeast, they decided otherwise. In 2019,
something happened with the APC too.
No, APC has zoned the presidency to the North, and now it is in the South.
No, I mean you categorized it.
Yes.
You used Northwest, Southwest.
Yes.
Why are you now not categorizing for APC?
APC will not zone the same way where PDP zoned. Because before APC will zone the presidency to the North, there was an understanding that the Southwest, with 6 governors of ACN, which I'm a member, will work for the North to be president. And after that, they will support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that's how President Muhammadu Buhari won. In 2014 APC presidential primary, Atiku was in APC, he contested presidency. Kwankwaso was in APC, he contested presidency. Muhammadu Buhari was in APC, he contested presidency. Isaiah Nda was also of APC, he contested for presidency. And all the presidential aspirants came majorly from the North, except Owele Rocha Sokorocha, who came from the Southeast. And after that, the Southeasterners voted for PDP in 2015 and 2019 en masse. It will be illogical to zone presidency to a zone that will ensure your failure. If APC has zoned presidency to the South, they would have lost the election.
How? Why?
Because the Southeasterners are not supportive of APC in any form or shape.
But there's a reason why.
But that reason is what we are trying to correct.
So
that's why I said that APC will have the Southern votes en masse. That is what we are trying to correct. Because in 2019, I can assure you, when Odinyanwode was the President General of Ohanes and Igbo, Atiku Abubakar picked P2B as his vice presidential candidate, intent to dismantle Muhammadu Buhari. And the president of Ohanes and Igbo told the entire Igbos to vote for PDP. And they did that. And Buhari got less than 5% vote from the southeastern Nigeria. How will the party that want to win zone presidential ticket to a zone that gave him less than 5% vote? It will be a political miscalculation and a disaster. And in fact, it will be a political suicide of such a party. That's why APC decided to zone it the zone. That is the southwest where it will garner votes. And that is what it did.
Yeah, so that means APC doesn't have any plan for the southeast at all. And that's the reason why most
APC have multiple plans.
They don't have plans for. It's clear it doesn't have. Like what you have just said now, it's clear that APC doesn't have any plan for an Igbo man.
You would be very fair to ask me what is the plan of APC for the Southeast.
What is the plan?
When Buhari was about to run for the second term, I was at the podium at a temporary stadium. He pleaded with the Southeast, please, you did not support me in the first tenure. Support me in the second tenure so that I will support the Southeastern presidential candidate in 2023. But the Southeast ignored him and gave him less than 5% vote for the second time. And APC decided to work with some governors of the Southeast. Successfully, Dehu Mahi was moved in. And since he came into APC, things has never been remained the same. At least since 1990, this time around, it is only APC governors that have appointed an Igbo man to be a minister of works. Since 1999, no president, even Jonathan.
No, Jonathan did, appointed some.
No, I said Minister of Works.
Works?
Yes.
But the other ministers?
I said Minister of Works from 1999. From 1979. Yes. Till today. It was APC that said, no, This marginalization cannot continue.
I mean,
and
is
and
that
you
what
can
we're
see the
best
federal
for?
road. You can see the federal road that is going on. And APC is intending to give the Southeast, if the Southern Nigeria finishes this presidency, the Southeast will produce the next vice president that will catapult into presidency. And the South people, they are very intelligent, political wiser than the Southeast. Look at the governors of the South defecting to APC now. They are looking at 2031. But the answer is, the Southeast will have a wonderful opportunity, unfettered opportunity to now do the needful. Starting from Alex Oti, he should defect to APC. Governor Peter Ndubuisi should, as a matter of urgency, in consideration of his scorecard, move to APC. The governor of Anambra State, APC may give him a soft landing, but after this election, let him defect to APC. Now that APC is saturated with governors of South, two governors, Eno of Akwa Ibom State and Sheriff Oborowori of Delta State, they have all moved to
Eno has not moved. He just said he will support the president for second term. He has not
that
moved.
is what we call the voice of Jacob and the skin of Esau. His
What
voice is the voice of the choosing one, Jacob. That is the people of his state. He has the capacity to mobilize all the local government chairmen, all the ward women leaders, all the ward youth leaders, all the ward ex-officials, all the supervisory councillors to vote for APC. The entire traditional rulers of every community, village heads, he will advise them that is the way to go. And every person, like you, Pius, in your family, you may have up to 10 votes coming from your family. So that's what Eno is doing now. And you know that Ababio is not also keeping quiet. He came from Akwa Ibom State. So what I'm telling you is that the Southeast will rise from their slumber and join. And we are the government at the center. I am looking forward to see the first president of Nigeria coming from APC, from the Igbo extraction.
Do you ever envisage that all of these things should be centered around the people? Because again, it looks like the APC is looking at the elites, the political elite, without really considering what the people under these elites are talking about or are feeling. I mean, you just mentioned that we're having a major issue. There's hunger in the land.
Yes.
There's strife in the land. There's hopelessness in the land. And this government, promised us renewed hope. And we haven't seen that. It doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. And this is what we're all about, defecting. Why would an ordinary man, a Nigerian, defect or vote an APC in 2027? They've been worse hit. I mean, people said Buhari was the worst thing that can ever happen to Nigeria. It can't get worse than this. But we are seeing people lose their job. We've seen everything on the rise. I mean, income is not increasing. And then why would anybody vote APC in 2027?
APC, everybody will vote for APC for the progress of this country.
How?
If you have the interest of your country, you must make sacrifice. If you have the interest of your family,
it is always the masses are being called to sacrifice.
Yes,
How come the politicians are not sacrificing?
Politicians are doing a lot of sacrifice. Let me assure you that you must see tomorrow, yesterday, before you'll be able to have the good result next tomorrow.
What is the same government that left? It's Buhari that did 8 years, APC, and we're seeing Tinubu continue. And you're still promising that we are going to do something. We're talking since 2015.
Listen, let me tell you.
This is 10 years after APC took power. And we're still telling the people of the country to wait. When would that sacrifice end?
That sacrifice will end as soon as our economic progress has been achieved. Certainly, it will come. Wait for it. Because I assure you, there was a time in Nigeria when at every Christmas, there would be fear of fuel scarcity. People will be in the queue. Prices of petroleum product will not be acceptable. The product will not even... There was even black market, like dollars, for petroleum products. But you take the guts of a president to remove the fuel subsidy from our system. Go to every local government in Nigeria today and see That was why the president asked the local government, that people, the people you are talking about, should ask their local government chairman, their governors the same. You must be fair with the people and with APC when you are unleashing some questions to us. Compare to us, I challenge you, here we are now, the monthly allocation to every local government in Enugu State in 2022. Compare it what the monthly allocation to every local government, every state government is now. Compare it, Google it, and see for yourself the humongous amount that is being drawn to various states. And that's why you see infrastructures going on in Aba, that you see infrastructures going on in Enugu, that you see why you see infrastructures going on in Anambra. Other issues. Nobody, no country of the world eliminates its problem. There is no country of the world that doesn't have one problem or the other. Nigeria is a country that was under British colony, and they put some institutions in place that make Nigeria difficult to survive. Nigeria is trying to come out of it. Some of these issues are being taken care of. Today, we are no longer talking about fuel scarcity. We are talking about multiplicity of oil refineries. Aside from Dangote, 3 more refineries are springing up. And I tell you, when Asiwaju came into power and removed fuel subsidy, people begin to rise and tumble. But today we can see a steady decrease in prices of petroleum products. We can see steady improvement in the area of security. Admitted, Nigeria is a country of 200 and something million people. 200 and something million people. In fact, Nigeria is like Ghana times 6. So when we are talking about challenges in Nigeria, we are not talking about progress. In our agricultural subsector, you can see governors rolling out tractors and bringing in investors into this country. I saw an advertorial, a governor from the southeast bringing the Danish company to come and establish a tractor assembling plant here in Enugu. I can see CNG buses, over 100 or 200 and something CNG buses that is coming up by the government. What is the government intend to do? To unleash it to the masses, so that the masses you are talking about will benefit. If you are applying from MNA to Holy Ghost now, it's about between the ranges of 400 and 500 naira. But if that CNG begin to roll on, it will be less than 100 naira or 100 naira at its best. And what will you think about that? And when government unleash this transport system in our society, we have never started exploiting CNG arrangement that the federal government is making, but it's on the line. If you are going through Guanyama, we see the CNG, assembly plant, the electric vehicle industry is coming up, and so a lot of things are going on. So we are thinking, the government of APC is thinking about people. It is people-oriented government. That is when one of the major causes of high cost of things is high transportation, high cost of transportation. If our rail system has been repaired during the years of plunder, during the year of wastage, during the years of excess crude account.
What year are you talking about?
During Jonathan's year, when there was there was excess crude account, excess sovereign wealth fund, the governors of PDP plundered it instead of using it to repair our railway from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt. If that railway was repaired when there was this Shopee, they squandered our money in various ways, using tipper to open the vault of central bank and cut away dollars. That would have solved our problems. Because if a railway is constructed from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt, it will cost a trailer about 800 or 1.5 million naira to truck goods from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt. But if it is a train, one train will carry about 40 trailers. The price will crash from 1.3 million naira to 100,000 naira. You would have seen the impact on the economy. But because PDP destroyed this country, and after destroying this country, they are now destroying itself. And APC in the process of rebuilding this country. Rebuilding, let me tell you, if you go to any medical doctor and he conducts a surgery on you to remove some tumors, some cysts, and some boils, it will not be as pleasurable as when you are on the bar parlor. Yes, you have to suffer some pains, but after that surgery, you will bounce back to to life.
The PDP can actually argue that that was what they were doing in the first 16 years of their administration. That they were trying to do a surgery on the military rule that devastated the Nigerian economy. I mean, it seems to me you're just giving excuses.
I'm not giving excuses. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to drag us back, but I'm trying to lay some facts before Nigerians for them to refute. When Jonathan was the president of this country, a crude oil was being sold between $140 a barrel to $110 and $120. When Buhari came in, global economic disaster made fuel and crude oil to glut, and the price came down to as low as $30 a barrel. Can you see the differential equilibrium between $120 a barrel to $30 a barrel?
It wasn't.
It
was around 60, 70.
No, it wasn't. Check well. Check very well. And the production of Nigeria crude oil was at almost $800,000 barrels a day. But today, Nigeria is producing up to 1.something million barrels back to life. That is uncommon feat. So I want to assure you, I want to tell Nigerians to have faith in the government of APC. These defections by PD governors is not a joke. It is a serious business for the interest of the people of Nigeria, for the interest of the northern people of Nigeria, for the interest of the southern people of Nigeria. And Southeast, no, they carry last. Southeast must join in the wagon to make Nigeria great.
Right. I mean,
and let me tell you again, the unemployment we had today was created by PDP.
Not Buhari.
Not Buhari, no.
Why do you say that?
Do you know Anamco? There was an Anamco just few poles from here. Mercedes assembling plants. It was producing trucks, producing buses. PDP came under Atiku Abubakar and auctioned it to some persons. And they lay off all the workers in it. They are not training, they are not building capacity. They laid off all the workers. There was aluminum extraction company at Akwa Ibom. It was sold. It was built with $3.something billion. I think we sold it $300 million. The same thing is Asaba Rolling Mill was auctioned. And other multinational companies that was in Nigeria, under PDP, they auctioned everything and laid off workers. You know, if you know Nnamdi Zobia, he was a wizard engineering in shipmaking at Snake Island. That Snake Island shipyard was auctioned by Atiku Abubakar. And he auctioned the yard partly to his business, Intel, multinational company. So I keep on counting banks and so on and so on and so on. You saw our network system in Nigeria. We had only one network system in Nigeria. That was Nitel. You saw the blunder that went between Atiku and Jefferson, William Jefferson. Yes, a congressman in America. Today, Nitel is laying fallow all over Nigeria. Nitel has been there years before MTN came in, before Globacom came in, before Nitel came in. But all of them are doing better than Nitel. Well, ask yourself, what happened to Nitel? There was a time, I don't want to continue to make mention of the blunders of PDP, where APC has cleaned the mess of PDP and is rebuilding
cleaning the mess of
PDP.
I mean, we're actually getting worse by the day. If you're cleaning it, we are actually be seeing a sign that you are even cleaning it. But
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
I'm going to the market every day. I'm seeing prices of goods and services increase every day.
Let me ask the people that are
cleaning the mess. Under the PDP, I buy things cheaper.
Let me ask Nigerians this question, and I stake my position to it. When PDP was the government of the Federation of Nigeria, what was the state of the road between Enugu to Onitsha? Enugu-Onitsha road, this you go on. What was the state? Buhari came in. Under Buhari, second Niger bridge that has been on the pipeline, Buhari blew the pipeline, and second Niger bridge spring up. Enugu-Onitsha road, you can travel from here to Onitsha at a record time. Go and see Ugu Onyama. The one side that has been done, how was it? Let us be fair to ourselves. Enugu Port Harcourt Road, that
Right.
was near impassable before Buhari APC came in. Go to Enugu and Enugu Port Harcourt Road and say things for yourself. East-West Road. There was a time in between 2007 and 2011. If you are traveling from Lagos to Enugu, you will spend up to 2 days on the road. Even
Very
from
good.
crossing from Asaba is very challenging. So,
Because of time,
yes,
very
thank you very much.
We would actually, talk more on these issues. At least we know that you are in town, and we would invite you again for a more robust discussion on this matter. Thank you so much, Felix Ebubeagu, for your time. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.